Okay, so this right here is Dr. Pedro José Lobo. So I'm going to be talking about that. I don't know if you can see him very well. Let me get out of the sun a little bit. You can see a picture of what he looks like right there. And we're on his street, and we're going to be talking about him a little bit. He has a pretty big Wikipedia presence as well. So we're going to try to sum up a little bit about his life. Then we're going to walk down this street right here. And this street is basically 2 blocks. We have to go down the main road, and then and we'll kind of let you know what's around here, including Macau Square. And over here is some hotels, a few hotels in this area, and kind of a cool coffee shop as well. We'll try to capture all that if we can, and a tour group right there as well. And that's going to be our focus, this street right here. Hey, check it out, Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, so this one is going to be our target street. We're going to walk directly down that way. Before we even do, what I'm going to do is kind of read about them a little bit, and we're also going to just come around here real quick just to give you a little context of the street. It's kind of a short street, so I want to give the full experience around here. New Johan apartment store is right there. A big row of banyan trees is right here. If I get a chance, I'll talk about those too. Those are actually we'll target those in a minute. But those are actually, what's that called? Mock Buddha trees. But we're gonna come back and film it. And before we go in, we gotta, let's see, we're gonna come around this way. Then you got this kind of nice little coffee shop right there. So it's kind of in a nice, interesting location. There's a big tour group here today. So we're gonna, let them go by, let them. So that's the whole line for the coffee, I think, but that's also a jewelry shop as well. So we're gonna walk down a little bit, and our target street is this one. Then this is kind of that row of big trees. Those are called mocking Buddha trees. That's our focus street right there. And yeah, you can see these big massive trees, mocking Buddha. And they'll have numbers on them as well, like that. So there's they'll be identified, it's a row. So there'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe about 5 or 6 of them. And there's that little building right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is go across a lot of tour companies everywhere. That's another tour package area. So we're gonna go across, and then of course, so that whole tour group is right there. So I guess they're waiting for that. So I think this area right here, we're not too far from Soundcloud Square, and then this is a shopping area. I feel like this is really popular for mainland tourists. Emperor Hotels, and there's a bunch of hotels down that way too. So I guess it could be in any of those. Okay. So this is our target street. We're gonna go down. It's okay, so National Security Laws Amendment. It's the Hong Kong one. Huh. Okay. So we're gonna keep on going. The Macau Square is on the other side. I'm gonna highlight that in a second. Probably could go in there briefly. There's actually a bunch of office buildings, and there's a food court in there somewhere, but the food court is like, it's basically kind of built for mainland Chinese tourists. Look at that empanada. That looks really tasty. And this guy has a Motai bag. I think there's a food court inside, so we're gonna try to see if we can get to that. I think it's up on the second floor. So this is kind of on our street, so we'll just film it. But yeah, you can see a lot of those tour groups that we started out with. And I think that the food court is upstairs. If not, we'll just go up there anyways and just kind of see what some of the shops look like. So that's our main street right there. And there's a Royal. There's a few things up here. I haven't been up here in about 5, 6, 7 years, I don't think. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is all, this whole area basically, I kind of feel like it's mostly popular with tourists. So we're gonna walk, try to find the food court if we can. Huh. Mannings. I think it's gonna be one more. So I think we came in a few stories down, and we're just gonna go up and just kind of see what we can see. And if we don't see anything, I'll turn it off, and then we'll oh, I think this might be it. Okay, because actually during COVID everything kind of shut down. So there's a Royal supermarket right here. And the food court's up here. Okay, here we go. So yeah, sometimes this is so filled with tourists everywhere. It's almost only Chinese food. And you can see the menu is all in Chinese as well, right? So like you just don't even see, it's just 100% geared towards the mainland Chinese market. That looks pretty good. Huh. Let me see, that's number seafood soup. I might look for that. Oh, this is it's like Thai food right there. But yeah, even the Thai food restaurant is all in Chinese as well. And maybe it's, that one looks Chinese, but that looks like Thai. That looks pretty tasty too. Okay, so let's just walk in. Okay. So I think they're still kind of getting ready for lunch here. That looks pretty popular. I think that's the one that I was looking at right there. Seafood soup. That looks good too. So it looks like the full crowds aren't here yet. This is the Thai one. So yeah, you got oh, Singaporean. Oh, it's all Singapore. I thought it was Thai. There's Thai. Oh, it is Thai. There's Thai and then there's Singapore and Malaysia. So that's all the Thai ones. It's pretty good too. Okay. Taste 13. Okay. So that's kind of our food court. Let's see if we can get through here. It's like Coca-Cola everywhere. Okay. So what we're gonna do next is go out on the street. Oh, look at this. This is really common. So people will buy stuff from Macau and bring it back to mainland China. So I think they do it for like import-export. I'm gonna go down this way. So yeah, they basically just buy stuff, which is kind of interesting because things are so much cheaper there. But I guess they're buying certain things that they know it will be profitable. Okay. I think also in this building there's also a doctor's office, law courts, all kinds of stuff. So we're just gonna go all the way back down and out and continue on our street. I didn't tell you fully about the guy, but he was Mostly prominent in the mid-1900s. This is kind of interesting right here too. But these guys will kind of move around a little bit, and then they'll disinfect and clean the whole area. So we're gonna head on out back to our target street. So that's our target street right here. So we're back on it. There we go. Got our black and white tiles everywhere as well, so we're just going to focus on that real quick. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to walk down, and I'm going to talk about Pedro. Let me pick up the name again. Something Lobo. Sorry, he's not the tip of my tongue. He's not at the tip of my tongue. Pedro José Lobo. So actually this street continues over here on the other side, but we have to get over to that other side. And we can either do one of two things. We can either go along the Macau this way and then go that way and then come this way. Or we can go that way as well. There's our street sign right there. So okay. So this man right here, born in 1892. Died in 1965, so he seemed mostly prominent 1950s when I was looking at his history. So yeah, and actually he's also a like true Macanese mixed, where he's I guess he has a little bit of Malay and then Dutch because of the influences in Indonesia, and then there's also Portuguese influences with East Timor. So there's so I think he spent time in East Timor, and well, we'll see it right here. Actually, you can look it up because his name is so prominent on Wikipedia already anyways. But he was a member of the Macanese elite, and he distinguished himself in World War II. Down there is the casinos. Now I was also kind of looking a little bit about him as well. I'm gonna wait for this right here. And he also made a lot of money in gold. So right after World War II, he made a lot of his money in gold, which is interesting because that would have been the 1940s, and he would have died in 1965. So yeah, I guess he would have had like 20 years of gold wealth. And I guess a lot of that money he took it and put it into the arts, like music and such like that. That's a Portuguese school over there. All those tiles over there. Casino Lisboa. And then you can see the waterfront over there. That's the Macau Tower is in that direction as well. We're gonna try to get across, and then we're gonna go down and finish off our street. So okay, a little bit more about him. He was mestizo, Portuguese descendant of Macanese who were from Timor, Malay, Chinese, Dutch, and Portuguese ancestors. And it kind of talks about him also having kind of a law background as well. This street right here blocks it, right? So that was our focus street, and then that one's going to be continued on. Actually, his name had a reference as well. I think I saw it in here. So Order of the Colonial Empire, Order of Infante de Henrique, which was also Timor-Leste. So I think this one also has a Timor-Leste background as well. So they both have an East Timor connection. We're still waiting to get across here, and now we can go. There we go. Yeah, this part of the city I always feel like it's pretty filled with mainland Chinese tourists. And you got like gold shops that's popular. That's Macau Square over there. Yeah, and this is kind of a main street. If you go all the way down to at the end, there's pier. So that's where the boats historically would come into Macau. we can't seem to get around them. There we go. Okay. So now we're back on the second part of our street. So our street got divided in half. I can see some more of these gold shops. And so our first half was on that side over there. Yeah, it's interesting because he has the East Timor reference, and then also this Enrique Infante Avenida right here also has the East Timor reference, which I didn't know about. Look at all the tourists coming in. It's like suitcases, tons of tourists coming all the way down. And we're going to continue down our street. This is also part of the same name street. And you can see it right there, right in the corner there. Okay. So we're gonna walk all the way down that way, and that's gonna be our next destination. So let's head on down. Let's see what else we can see along the way. So this is sometimes I'll talk about this one. I've done whole videos about this area. We're at 15 minutes already, so we'll just keep on going down. We're doing a lot of work in here. Okay, so we're just gonna conclude up at the end here. Oh, we got some good food. Pharmacy. Okay, realize that we're already at 15 minutes. Yeah, I won't talk about it, but to the right there's this little area that's really underutilized. Needs like paint and love and attention, and has so much potential in it. But up in here, this whole area is super interesting, of course. And that was our target street right there. And you see José Pedro Lobo. And it kind of comes out to this one spot like this right here. I'm just gonna come and get over to this little space real quick, and then we're gonna come to a conclusion spot. We got this is kind of a nice little centerpiece right here. And so I'm just gonna highlight some of the stuff around here. So this street right here is Avenida de Playa Grande. Oh, actually, part of our street still goes all the way to here, so I might actually continue that, and then we'll end it. But this right here is Avenida Playa Grande, Avenue of the Big Beach, and so the ocean used to be here until they reclaimed all this land. So this land that we're on over here, that street, that's also on reclaimed land. And so that was the Avenue of the Big Beach, and then this one would be the reclaimed land part of it. So just gonna walk across real quick here. And then we're also gonna highlight this Grand Lisboa casino right here as well. So a lot of people will come here and they'll take pictures right in this space. So they'll try to capture that with the background right there. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's go across. It looks like our street goes a little bit further down, so we're gonna take it down. It's kind of an interesting spot right there. A little bit of construction here. Portos. Somebody was talking to me about this. So, yeah. All these right here. Tuna, salmon, mackerel, sardines. So this little Portuguese place here. It kind of looks like it's kind of a mix. Maybe it's for the Chinese market, but it's like Portuguese sardines and fish and stuff like that. Pretty cool. Anyways, that's also on this street too. And the end of the street is right there, Pedro, José, Lobo. And we're just gonna come to an ending spot. So now we're on Avenida Praia Grande, which is this one. Guys walking across there. It's not really good space to walk. And that was our target street right there. Do Pedro, José, Lobo. So it just goes all the way straight down that way with a lot of little things to kind of block its way. All right, let's end it right there. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets.